Well, this time it looks like it was worth a foolhardy trip. After a couple of days, the car stopped having technical issues. Oh, there's a teepee. And now I'm in continental Europe, in Germany. Snow is almost gone. And, you know, it's not difficult to feel at home, feel safe here. This looks exactly like my home village, just that it's a bit more red than yellow. Here's a stopping place. This is perfect, man. I love it. And this is the proper setting for our Russian viewers. I'd like to say a couple of words. I don't understand why the the world just doesn't understand Russia, you know? Russia is really like they stereotypically say they are, you know? They have that big bear in every restaurant. I gotta be real careful not to get stuck in the forest. Luckily I have front wheel drive. So Russia is a big bear. And you know, they are really friendly, you know, they welcome you, they're helpful, everything. Unfortunately, they don't know your language, but hey, you don't know their language, so fair enough. And so they're nice, as long as you act polite. You know, if a huge bear knocks on your door, you act like it. If a small bunny knocked on your door, you would still be like, oh, are you lost? Can I help you? You know, right? Maybe offer a cup of tea and a biscuit for the hungry Russian bear or the hungry small bunny, whatever, you know, who knocks on your door. They are very hospitable people. What's the problem? Like, why can't we get along? They have a great sense of humor, very much. It's almost as great as the Finnish sense of humor. It's very similar. And we all like to go to we all like to be masochists and go to sauna and beat each other with birch twigs. We all like smetana. What's the problem? I don't see a problem. You know, I don't think anybody in Finland sees that there's a trouble that they couldn't get along with the Russian guy. Why couldn't they get along? Of course they can get along. It's just that the newspapers are writing that Russia is attacking or planning something like an attack or an invasion, and the newspapers in Russia, on the other hand, write that Finland is acting very aggressive and you know, this is very stupid. It's just the newspapers. They will always want to write some bad stuff in the front headline, because then people will want to read it. If the newspaper says that the war will start tomorrow, people will buy the newspaper. So then the newspaper makes profit, and it will make even more profit when the next day it will say it was wrong, and it will create a big story how this happened. You know, they get even more money. So I just wish that in the future Swedish is not compulsory in Finland as a language, because we only have a 5% Swedish-speaking majority and we have a larger Russian-speaking majority. So why aren't we given a choice to choose our language? You know, it should be free. You know, if a guy wants to learn Somali, he can learn Somali. If a guy wants to learn Russian, he can learn Russian instead of Swedish. If a guy wants to learn Chinese instead of Swedish, he can, you know, something useful. So you have your choice. If it's not useful, you can still choose it, you know, providing that your school has the language. But I think, like, even in the countryside, you should have the option to study Russian, because like English and Russian and German and Arabic and Chinese, like, those are the languages that we need, especially Russian, because it's our next door neighbor, right? Chinese is very useful, but it's not like most useful language to learn for a Finnish guy. Anyway, peace. I hope one day we just have one big Mother Gaia, humans working like bacteria, all together, just in harmony, all united for a common goal to better our living conditions instead of making them worse by investing money on armies